How you guys doing? Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, episode 160, I don't know, of the Swingcast. Welcome back. How are you? If you're new, what's up, new kid? Welcome to the Swingcast. We're going to talk about technical analysis, but when it comes to actually trading stocks, I think of 8 things usually. Risk reward is always number 1. Technical analysis, fundamental mental analysis, making a trading plan, goal setting, macro markets, and consistency. Those 8 things, took me a second, those 8 things is how I trade stocks correctly. If you want to have a free course over this, I'm not going to charge you for it. The first 25 are almost ready. Bada boom, bada bing. It ain't no mother thing. You can watch the class there. I'm all good for it to go. Have a good time. Go watch that. Fantastic. Second thing, the giveaway winner is the invisible cactus. So I already messaged you on your last video. You won the $10. Give me your Venmo or Cash App. I'll send you $10 for winning the other sweepstake. Today's giveaway, in the description box, not in the description box, in the comments down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification first. I can tell if you do or don't, so please do. And then put down in the comments your favorite Halloween candy. Please, please, please. So you want to like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. You'll be entered for $10 raffle for our next episode, which will be tomorrow. And if you win, I'll let you guys know here on our next episode, the same timestamp basically, and I'll comment on your comment and let you know you won. So check it out. Always a giveaway. Come comment, like, and subscribe. You'll get free stuff, maybe if you win. Pretty easy stuff. Secondly, beyond the giveaway, the Theta 3 are the options guides that I fully trust. They do all my option stuff for the Discord and for the course that's still available. Discord in the description box down below, free until November 1st. I trust them with everything that I do. Go check them out. There'll probably be a screenshot of them over here in my face, and then in the description box down below. It's linked as well. Go check them out. Second person checkout, Transparent Traders Blackbox, my favorite pre-market show. Even I enjoy other stock traders. I'm not an idiot, not an asshole. I like to watch other people's stuff too. Transparent Traders Blackbox is fantastic. Go check them out in the description box down below as well. Lastly, with these kinds of markets, if things get sticky, choppy, this continues, again, I always suggest go macro. If things look rough, trade sectors, trade ETFs, and trade indexes. It kind of insulates you from risk. XLF looks good. XLE is running. XLY looks good. XLP looks good. Check those out. On my Saturday show, we'll discuss this larger in depth. Lastly, for the episode, again, the Discord's ready to go. Come check it out, description box down below. All the newsletters, all the videos are early. All the picks, direct contact with me and my team. Come check us out if you want to. I'd love to have you. Otherwise, y'all, 8 great stocks today. Let's get into it. So when it comes to CYBN, what a beautiful technical setup. Again, look at the sides here. This is almost a 200% range. I mean, this thing is an absolute monster of a penny stock that's going consolidation. Our supports are white, resistances are orange. Supporting trend line is golden, resistance is orange. Our volume profile, these 2 lines is where 70% of volume happens in between this area. This is our POC. I don't have the time now to cover volume profile. It's the most powerful technical tool for those who want to get better quick. It's great. Watch this video, 45 minutes, part of the course. You will thank me later. I can almost guarantee it. CYBN, fantastic channel, fantastic consolidation. This is a newer IPO and it just come out. We have very good looking life. It's making support, it's holding. Again, just a bad move is about 8%. This thing is looking super tight. I mean, this thing breaks out bearish. I'm not gonna be that upset because I'm probably wasn't 3%. Yeah, I was 3.5, 4% here. Breakout, we're looking 15-20%. The Discord members have the price targets that I'm looking at right here. But this is a very easy play. Great consolidation. Great old, resistance becoming a support. Was a support before. Support. It's holding beautifully. I love what I see with CYBN. Let's check the indicators. What's so dope about this channel is I actually don't scan or chart with indicators on. Not at all. No RSI under 30, no VWAP being low or too high, no crossovers and email lines. It's all turned off. Indicators show you 4 things: momentum, trend, volume, and volatility. That's it. So if you're new, if you're a beginner trader, I'll go through my indicators with you live. I haven't looked at them. You'll see in which order I look at these. It's great for a new beginner. Let's check it out. Off the bat, if the horizontal EMA lines, see how 3 are going horizontal, are towards the middle of your triangle. That reinforces it being a triangle. So look at sideways, 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 middle of our triangle here, right there in the middle. They're all three in the middle. This just reinforces the trend is horizontal. Horizontal action is consolidation. EMA lines here are showing consolidation. Mix the price action. It's going to pop soon. Honestly, this is a very easy read. What's great too as well is that once we do go green, if we do break over here, we're going to get a golden cross almost immediately. A fantastic looking play. If we can get properly stacked, price 10, 50, 200 is your best runs. If we get a nice move up of 5 or 6% that holds and we keep going, this thing could be an absolute rocket. That all checks out. RSI, it's fair. And again, that makes sense. We're going side. It's not a great value. A great value would be off a huge sell-off. But right here, we're going sideways. It makes sense that we're just kind of going down in the middle, value-wise. It's fine. Stochastic, it's low. -40 is what you really want to enter. No bearish divergence, no bullish divergence. Just a good deal. And again, it's showing consolidation. I don't like drawing these kinds of lines or trend lines, but we can see obvious consolidation as times are getting tighter. Bulls and bears are fighting. Whoever gets green and goes up here will win. CYBN minus the email lines not being support is a 10 out of 10 play. The issue is that they're going to be resistances if they have no life or volume. The good thing, though, is if we cross over those, now we got a great support. So you can buy into value here. If you want to think this is a great value, I do. It's fantastic. But if you want to wait for a crossover, you also have that option as well here for an entry. CYBN, fantastic. Love it. 10 out of 10. Next is DEI. Obviously, we have higher lows, right? That's not the greatest thing. I don't love descending triangles, but it's such a strong support here that, again, if it does break down, we're risking 2 or 3%. One thing to be aware of, you see how quick this move is? See how quick this move is? If I turn volume profile, there'll be a gap here. I can almost guarantee it. Wow, who knew? It's like I'm really good at this or something. Wow. You can see a big gap here. The only issue with DEI with volume is that if we do dip, you have two options. Once you hit $30.91 or gets $31, you either going to hold or you're going to gap down almost 6% very quickly, or you're going to wick. So I would personally have a stop loss at 31, and then if it comes back up, just rebuy in. It's okay. But if it wicks down and comes back, buy. If it goes down and gaps and it holds, you'll thank you for that stop loss. DEI, you have to have a stop loss at 31 here no matter what. Look at a breakout, easy 4 or 5%, maybe 6, risking 1 or 2. Makes a very easy play here. And again, lower highs here, breakout. Right where lower highs over here, breakout. So looks pretty good for a breakout. Look what I see. DIE, let's check the indicators. Obviously, when email lines are above us, we're going to have them being resistances. And when we're above them, there'll be supports. See the 200 here bouncing off it beautifully. These will be resistances. And again, not perfect. They're kind of trending downward, which gives us value. Waiting for a 10 EMA cross makes sense. But again, with the value, looks pretty good here. RSI, 42. You want it lower, but that's fine. Stochastic at -18. Again, you would want that lower, but that's totally fine. I don't see any divergences. It all checks out well here. You probably want to wait for it to show some life, but again, does it reverse here? Yeah, occasionally. I mean, you have this reversal here and this reversal here. It has action in this area, the stochastic, but I don't love it. What I do love is how low the bulls are. They can make it a bit lower, and the bears are super high for what they usually do. DIE hits every box, again, minus the EMA lines, but they do show us a great value, which I'd love to see here as well. Super easy play, but with the volume profile, you can see those kind of gaps, and that's where you're going to wick or move quickly. That gap below 31 is terrifying. You have to have a stop loss at 31.05 and hope volume takes over if it does fall on us. So I wouldn't get overly aggressive here, but DIE, I love what I see. Next is FIVN, an easy horizontal play. Zoom out. Whenever I see a horizontal play, zoom out. Check and see if it does this naturally before. If it doesn't ever consolidate, I get kind of worried. So I want to see if it does this historically. And as we can see, FIVN's just been going from, the dirt to Mars, is taken off. But look at consolidation. A little bit of consolidation there. Consolidation here. So it looks like in FIVN's history, we do have good periods of consolidation that do line up. 135 days. Over here, been about 323 days. Not great, but not terrible. So I don't consider this to be the greatest of all price action given that, but the risk is very low. And given FIVN's history of just rocketing, that gives me a lot of hope that if you do goof up the entry and hold, eventually you could be green. Right here, I don't love how it's breaking down. I don't hate it though either, because your support's probably closer to right about there anyways, with this wick there. All bullish down here, but below the volume profile line, all bullish. 153 Sure, if it falls down hard, you lose 3%. A full move, 20, 21, 71 odds here. Even to about here, this other resistance at 172, a full move is 13%, 4 to 1 odds. I'll play this any day of the week. FIVN, I love what I see. Let's check the indicators. I'm sure they're going downwards slightly. Yep, 200 slightly downwards, but again, the overall trend was up. See how the trend was up? So you can play off that trend line there. Boop, 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 pointing up. So the trend line makes sense. And my trend line be like this. You'd be able to play the trend line. We're going slightly down / horizontally, so the support makes more sense here. RSI 31, love it. Our stochastic -60, love it. I don't see a great divergence at all. We have to cut through some price action, but that's a, slightly higher lows. It's there, but not really. No true bearish divergence. I mean, you had this one. See this? It's important checking both. That's a bearish divergence. That's why I died right there. Right, but we have a great value here. Bulls low, bears high. FIVN, I am concerned. That's been consolidating for so long. I mean, this will not last forever. Newsflash to beginners. Patterns don't last forever. And this will break eventually up or down. But for the risk versus reward, this is an absolute banger. Makes complete sense. FIVN, watch list it. Next is GSS. Golden Star Resources. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Zoom out. This is looks like a bear flag off the bat. But look at this. It stays. Look at how imperative this $2 to $2.25 area is. Historically, it bounces off this area like clockwork. We're down here again. That's the importance of zooming out. Some of y'all have no idea how to use multiple time frames. That class is coming soon. This is obviously a great deal given historical data. I love what I see down here. We're seeing higher lows. Look at higher low, higher low, higher low. Look at this, lower highs, lower highs. Consolidation. We're seeing life already. That looks great. It's not bullish engulfing yet, but that looks really good here. Again, would I risk 5% to make a full move of probably close to right about, a breakout probably close to about 23% here? Yeah, that's a fantastic play. I'd wait for the breakout possibly. Maybe email lines are here. We'll see. But GSS, this support has always been historically strong. It's great down here. What a value for a possible fantastic play. Let's check the indicators. The 200, as I said, is being a resistance. Look at it. Resistance. Resistance. It's huge here. Look at this. Boop, 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 boop. The 200 email line on the 108-day chart is absolute money constantly. And as we can see, we're about to cross over the 10 to 50. Once we cross over that, our first sign of life, if we do get over the 200, see you later, dorks. We're going to be going up to the moon probably. I'll see here. I do love this value. The clarity of the 200 is absolutely great. You can wait for that crossover, sure, but I think down here, obvious value. RSI, it's fair. We're going sideways, makes sense. Stochastic, look, lower highs, makes sense. Higher lows, makes sense. It's just kind of going sideways. It's fair, and again, consolidating. It's a fair place here. GSS is not a value purchase. It's going to be a growth purchase. You can play stocks two ways. Value or growth, right? The other three we had before are value plays. GSS looks more of a growth play, in my opinion, given the fact that there's way more higher value for us, and we're going to have to wait for that. It's going to take its time. This play may take you and hold 3 months to 6 months. It's not going to be a great day trade compared to maybe FIVN or DEI, but I love what I see here. GSS, I would definitely watch list it. Next is MFA Financial, pretty well-known one here. Again, super steady uptrend here, right? Higher lows across the board. And look at, let's say the higher lows are not working anymore. This support area is legendary. Let's just say this breaks down. This support area is also legendary. Old resistance becomes support, right? This is a great support area. These resistances become a support. Both are great areas. 450 looks fantastic. Again, you may only get 4 or 5% here, risking 1 or 2. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about the risk versus reward percentage-wise. If you're risking 4 to 1 constantly, you only win 40% of your plays, you're going to be green if you use a stop loss. Keep up. Stop going for FOMO and hype plays. This is where the money's made. MFA is fantastic. Good dividend return. I mean, it's only $4 to get 10 cents. Yeah, it's okay. Right? You'll take that if you held this long term. But this thing is an absolute rocket taking off. I mean, it's been higher. Look at the sell-off. It's usually sits around 750 historically in the 7s and 8s. If it makes a full recovery, that's almost 100% move. Could be a great long-term hold. MFA, I love it even for a swing. I love what I see here for the consolidation. Let's check the indicators. I'm sure they'll be imperative. Look at that. We're trying to break over the 200. Can't quite do it. Once we get that golden cross, you get your best run-ups. That's how it works. Price 10, 50, 200 is the best. Look at this too. Side note. You can hold this stock. This is, listen, your stupid ears. This is a kind of stock with a 10 EMA you can hold until it breaks under. Look at every run up. If you wait for it to close, you can have almost perfect run ups over the 10 every single time. Look at that. That's a rarity, but that's what you get when you do this a lot. You get a great eye like this. Every single time it runs over the 10, you can hold till it goes under it. So it's the kind of play you hold, set an alert for a price crosses under 10 EMA line, and then you sell it. Easy, bing, bang, boom. Veteran stuff here. Fantastic. RSI, it's fair because we're going up. That's fine. I don't see a really huge divergence at all. I mean, you have this one. I mean, that's obvious, right? Right there. Boom. Lower lows, lower highs. No bearish. That checks out. And again, this is not one here. We had that move. That was one of a bullish divergence. That's now holding. Looks great. Bulls just cross green. Bears low. The only issue with this play is that the vortex does say that the green just went high. It's not a bad thing, but you need to see volume. If we do not have volume, if we don't have buyers here, it's going to lose steam and come crumbling down. But MFA, low risk, high reward. Great long-term hold if you're into that. I love what I see. Definitely watch listed. Next is OGEN. I had SGen yesterday. We've had CGen. GEN is just a really popular ending in a lot of plays. Super simple support play. I'm not going to go that in depth with it. Let's zoom out. Again, it's just been coming down. It's one of those kinds of plays that just kind of deteriorates, obviously. We have a great supporting area down here. I don't think this is the strongest support of all time, but when it comes to risk versus reward, again, you can risk 3 or 4% here. At most 5, and a good move here would net you about 15 to 16%, 3 to 1, and you're hoping to capture one of these. I mean, is this a guarantee? No, you're not going to guarantee this. Don't hold this forever and think you're going to be rich. There's no guarantees. And you're like, oh, it's only 60 cents. How low can it go? 0. It can get to 0. It can always get lower. The support does not always mean it's a great play here. I think risk-wise, super great. Reward, fantastic. If you were to get a move up to the 82 cents, it can make your whole year. But I don't think you should be putting all your money into this one, especially a beginner. There's no hope or praying here. This is a veteran play. Make sure you have your stop loss and plan ready to go. Plan a trade, trade a plan. It's that simple. When it comes to indicators with OGEN, the 200 is going to be your biggest resistance. We're pressuring it again. Once we cross that 200, then we enter day trading opportunities for sure. Over that 200, boom, 16% move. Over that 200, boom, another 16%. Probably the same play, you idiot. Over here, boom, 66%. That's when you get your opportunities for day trading. Waiting for that makes a lot of sense. But buying here for a swing off value makes more sense to me. RSI at 41, it's fine. No stochastic, divergences here. It all checks out pretty well. But negative 34, you'll want it closer to negative 55. It seems like negative 60, but it's fine here. Bulls low, bears high. OGEN's a really good support play, but it's a support play that must be respected. If you think it can get no lower because it's only 60 cents, it can go to 0. Hams all the time. Do not get caught. This needs a stop loss. This needs a really good plan. This needs risk management and position sizing taken into account before you play it. OGEN, I love it, but for a beginner, do your due diligence. For the love of God. Next is TIMB. TMB. TIMB. Looks pretty good here. Great. Another support play. I want to zoom out real quick again. Does this have historical reference? It does a bit lower. Look at that perfect, reverse head and shoulders there. I think towards 930 is a better support, it seems, historically, which, again, it bounces off towards here. But, again, a very nice looking spot here. Descending triangle, not my favorite because it does show bears are taking over. But for a quick swing, right, you can risk 2% to make about 6. Easy play. And if we do get a breakout, we could be ready to go. The only thing, again, are these gaps. You got to be careful of these gaps. Your stop loss or buy limit will not work with gaps here. If it does gap down, you could be in trouble. I don't foresee it, but make sure you're very careful with that. Down here, though, very great value for a support play. Again, you're risking 1 or 2 to make 4 or 5. Nothing crazy, but with a breakout could be more. I like what I see. Let's check the indicators. 200 EMA lines being a resistance as always. 50 is going to be a resistance. And again, this is important to recognize. I don't look for these plays on purpose. Like, I want to find plays with all the EMA lines being resistances. This is what the market's showing us. Every play that's above the 200 and the 50 and the 10 already took off or have no technical strength or support. A lot of plays right now that are technically sound and fundamentally sound together are like this. There's been a huge sell-off. That's how this goes. Again, things you notice when you're more of a veteran, it happens. When it comes to the 10 cross, you wait for that, but I wouldn't. It's just a great value. RSI is at 35, not terrible. As he picks his ear, hey, it's itchy. Not a great divergence by any means, but negative 40, good value. This is great. Bulls low, bears high. Love to see it. TIMB for a support play makes a lot of sense. I don't think it's the greatest play of all time. when it comes to support plays, because those gaps make me a bit nervous. But I love what I see for a low risk position. TIMB, definitely watch listed. And last is USA. USA, USA. Oh, so with USA, All-Star Liberty, All-Star Equity Funds, a great ascending triangle. Daddy's favorite. I love ascending triangles more than anything for stocks. Look at you have a full move here. That's close. Full move here, higher low. Full move here, higher low. Full move here, higher low possibly. Right? That's showing bulls. Oh, I'll buy at 716. Oh, then bulls. Oh, I'll buy at 760. Oh, it's worth it at 820. Oh, it's worth it at 850. It's showing bulls are taking control and bears can't do jack diddly squat here. They're getting beat up right now. A full move, if it holds a higher low, 7-8%, you're risking what? 2? Again, 1.5. It's a 4-to-1 odds here. You're not breaking the bank, obviously, but with a breakout looks fantastic. Because you get a breakout here, you're good to go. It seems to follow the S&P pretty similarly, at least horizontally, with the dips. Basically, it dips pretty hard here. So don't fall in love with it, right? It has pretty brutal sell-off sometimes, as you can see. You don't want to catch a knife. It's showing life here. Look at the reversals, though. Oh, consolidation, 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 consolidation. It does that. It kind of goes sideways, then it picks a direction. It can still break bearish here. If it does break bearish, you can buy towards the volume profile line probably for support play. But if it holds here, easy 7-8% with the breakout could be even better. I like what I see with risk versus reward. Let's check the indicators. 200 EMA line. Value, 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 value. Every time you're below it, you show value. If the 50 crosses under, we got a small problem for the short term. But here, great value nonetheless. I do love what I see here. When it comes to RSI 44, it's okay. But again, on the grand scheme of things, like the last, 7 days, it's gone up about 1.7%. So it being in the middle does make some sense. No divergence here again, but again, -3. Not a great value, but we're showing life. You got to give up the value eventually to have a support. Your stock cannot always be a good value. You got to have life sometime. I'll give up my RSI or stochastic being perfect for a support any day of the week, right? So it's not perfect, but it's not terrible. RSI low, bulls low, bears high. I like what I see. USA, again, is not going to break the bank. You're not going to be writing home like, Mom, I did it. I made 4% off a trade. Shucks, right? But if you want to do a risk versus reward in this choppy market, this makes way more sense than YOLOing it into, clove, whatever it may be. And there you guys have it. Thank you for staying around for the whole episode. I don't know what I do at the ends because I'm always moving the camera so I can see it and stuff. Shut up. Otherwise, have a good rest of your guys' week. We'll see you guys tomorrow and on Thursday for our final episodes of the Stockcast. We're going to do some more classes soon being released. And then we're going to have, of course, our Friday or Saturday episode about sector rotation and about sectors and indexes to watch. If you enjoy that kind of deep dive into macro stuff, check out the Discord. I do it every single morning for my patrons because I love them more than anything. Otherwise, have a good rest of the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you. Have a good one.